filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
Filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Thank you. Welcome back to another rendition of Refuse to Lose. And as you can see, my brothers are not here today. Joe and Dave, they are out. Joe is celebrating a 10-year milestone with him and the missus. Shout out to you and the missus, Joe. My brother Dave is working hard on Dave's Doghouse, aka Dave just got to work right now. But he's working hard on Dave's Doghouse to keep bringing y'all that great content. But I'm joined by no other than my HOA / co-praise of the FJA, also CTC's own Carl. What's up, Carl?
Yes, sir. Hey, we might be at war after this. I got a special performance. Hey, DJ, drop that track.
And then they're about to get me Chipotle tomorrow night against them Pistons. They're out here celebrating a little 7-game winning streak. Yeah, there's gonna be 0 tomorrow night. Malik Beasley, you better you better come ready for it because Tatum is not playing. He's not playing.
Hold on, Tay. I don't want to interject right here. You said tomorrow night, right? As in Wednesday?
Yes.
Carl, I hope you got
it's
a paycheck.
It's the same night. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
saying. Yeah. I hope you got paid.
Gillespie for 3. Goal or no. Holloman looks the clock. Half court for the
win. Whew, man.
Man, see, they set me up, bro. Because if I wasn't the only one on the show, I'd have left off of that one. That was good.
Hey, man, y'all had all y'all fun Tuesday while I'm at work, working hard too. I ain't get home till like 7:30 Tuesday. I watched this show Wednesday. Well, no, I watched it Thursday. Like,
really? After the fact, yep.
This is what's going on,
huh? Okay. Well, y'all already know what type of episode this gonna be, man.
Laugh now, cry later, baby.
Oh man, he who laughs last the best, man. That was a good one, Carl. That was a good one. He said DJ dropped that track. I'm like, I ain't got no video. What are you talking about? See what happens when you get other hosts on the show, man. See what happens? They start working magic in the background. But if you joined us, man, we got a bevy of topics, as you can already see, man. The jokes are flying, and you already know what it is. If your first time here, we hold each other accountable here on this network. But today's topics, we're going to talk about Matt Stafford. He decided to stay with the Rams. We got Joel Embiid. The 76ers just announced that he's going to be out for the season. We got Podcast P saying he may take a break from the podcasting, man. We got to figure out what's going on there. Then we got to talk about the Pistons. We got to see what they ceiling is. They balling, man. We already know what you said on RBO, but I think they exceeding your expectations, Carl.
Man. 2 more games there, my max.
Man. You having it up in the chat, though. I ain't even mad at you, HOA member. You got some people upset. They are upset when y'all win these games. But
hey, man, how far we've come from being the butt of the joke. Last in the league, worst losing streak almost. We tied the worst losing streak. Man, yeah, all the Wing jokes. Hey, Wingstop ain't even messing with us no more. I ain't know the last. I don't even think Wingstop doing a promotion when Pistons winning so much.
See what happened? Y'all got the opposite. See, the Wizards been losing so much that they like, look, if the Wizards just get $100, we'll give y'all 50% off at Papa John. We don't even need them to win no more. Just get over 100 points and we looking out. So I can't wait to get there. Then we also got to talk about, it's been a hot topic for the last 2 days. Can the Warriors actually win a championship? And LeBron came out and said some comments about being the face of the league, more so talking about Ant. We're going to talk about that. And we also got our R2L lock them in to end the show out. But like I said, if you are tuned in, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you are tuned in from wherever you are, make sure you're in them comments because we will read the comments as they come up. Shout out to Daniel, man. He says, what's up? Then shout out to Joe. Yeah, Joe, that was a good one. That was a good one. He definitely caught me off guard on that one, bro. He definitely did. I was like, man, I had to add my own sound effect at the end of that one, man. Yeah. Hey. That's what I had to do. I fell to the floor when he made that. But it's Friday. And before we get into the seriousness and a little bit more jokes, my brother Dave would tell you right now, it's Friday. I was about to say it's Friday Eve, but it's Friday. Most of y'all still got jobs. We understand what's going on in the world right now. But you want to light up that hookah. You want to maybe crack open a beer, crack open a bottle of water. It depends on what you into. Or maybe you want to eat some a broccoli. A broccoli cake. I don't know, but
bro, chill out, bro.
I'm just saying, but regardless of what you want to do in your personal time, you here watching it with us, and it's time to turn
me up.
And with that being said, the floor is yours, Tomo. Take it away. I had to act like Joe for a second. So the first topic on the docket we got here is mind over matter. And we more so talking about how the money was there for Matt Stafford. The Raiders wanted to offer him a big contract. The Giants was even trying to give him a bag. He said, you know what? Home is where the heart is. I should have said that. Home is where the mat is. That's exactly what happened because it's reported that Matt Stafford is staying with the actual Rams. I think they're going to restructure his contract so he can remain with the team. And this is your guy from the Lions. You've been supporting Matty. Even when Tomo still want to throw shots in there, you've been supporting Matty. But how you feeling?
Feel good, man. Because it's funny. I'll take y'all a little bit behind the scenes. The original question would have been, where would Matt Stafford play? And my answer to that question before this news was, he's staying in LA. Why wouldn't he? Man, he's old, man. He was part of the 08 draft class, I believe, somewhere around that time. He's old, man, and nobody's trying to pay him $50 million. I'm sorry, Matt. I love you to death. 50 M's, though, is insane for a guy your age. Sorry, not sorry. So my answer would have been he stays in LA, and then the news breaks they're going to restructure his contract, and I'm just like, good, because this is where Matty should end his career. He should end his career in LA. Him and Sean McVay, they've been able to work wonders in LA. When guys go down, the defense isn't as great, which I tried to tell y'all the defense for the Rams this past season was better than people gave it credit for. They've been able to work wonders. They made the playoffs for 3 of the last 4 years. They won the Super Bowl their first year together. Match made in heaven, and I think this is where Matty should end his career. I also saw that they were thinking about moving on from Matty because of his wife. Hope Matt Stafford has a little talking to, so his wife was like chill a little bit. Even though I don't know what she be saying, I did dislike when she came out and said about Matt Stafford, maybe to start the year about the whole college thing, about how she, did my dog dirty. Like, that was unnecessary. You didn't have to bring that up. Like, why are you doing that? Like, what was the purpose? But other than that, I really don't know what she be doing for real. But yeah, maybe had that talk like, look, let me get my money first. Once once it's all said and done, you can do whatever you feel like you need to do. But let me just secure the future for our kids. But all in all, I'm happy. I think Matt Stafford's going to have another good year with the Rams once they figure out this whole Cooper Kupp situation going into the offseason and the draft. I think he's going to have a good year. I think the Rams and both Matt Stafford and the Rams made the right decision.
I agree with you on that one. And the one thing about the Rams is they have a GM that's going to make things shake. Because I'm with you on that Rams defense. It was definitely it was frowned upon because everyone was like, well, Aaron Donald's gone. What are they going to be? And boom, they draft two great players. Jared Verse is now out there. His name is out there now because of what he was doing in the Eagles game. Well, before the Eagles game, but what he also did in the Eagles game. But he's been balling. So they're going to find ways to make things shake. I think with Cooper Kupp, they're still trying to figure out if they can get some draft picks back on that, maybe. But for Matt Stafford, if I'm him, I'm looking at the other two teams that were offering me money, and it's like, do I really want to go there for that headache? Like, look at what the Giants just did. They literally just let Saquon walk. And then they were like, well, do we really want to pay a quarterback? Which is also a funny thing because they want to talk about how they didn't want to pay a quarterback that amount of money and hand the ball off to a running back with that amount of money. And now look at you trying to give a almost 40-year-old quarterback that much money. Like, it's just
hand it off to a rookie. Yeah.
Like the GM is just all over the place. I understand why the owner is now trying to sell 10% of the stake in the team because he's like, I can't deal with this no more. But Matt Stafford's like, look, man, me and Sean McVay have been here. We found ways to win games. Some people would say if it wasn't for the weather conditions, they probably beat the Eagles in that situation. If you're talking to an Eagles fan, it's the link. We already know what they're going to say there. But Matt Stafford played decent in that game, and it came down to a few plays. And you're like, why not? Why not try to run this back? I know you all going to build pieces. You're going to get pieces around me. I'm reconstructing my contract, so I trust you all with the future there. You touched on it before I could, though, Carl. So I'm going to say I don't know what the missus is doing outside of the two podcast runs that she had with them two stories. As far as what was happening in college, I didn't know it was still continuing. That it got that bad that the Rams was like, bro, we kind of want to separate ourselves from this. But in the world we live in today, what they say, no media, no press is bad press. Unless you literally coming out and saying that the Rams organization is doing bad things to their players, the podcast shouldn't affect you all that much. Now, if we're wrong in that, let us know in the comments. But for me, I think this was a good move for both Matt and the Rams.
Yeah, I agree. I liked it.
Yep. So Matt
gives them another bridge year too to find somebody else. Whether that's, I don't know. I see everywhere my boy Jackson Dart draft stock is just skyrocketing, which I love to see it. By the way, I've been talking about Jackson Dart for at least 3-4 years.
You heard what he said? You heard what he said?
No, who?
He Dart.
Nah.
He said he models his game after Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is one of his favorite quarterbacks.
I don't see Jalen Hurts and Jackson Dart, but hey, I can't say that man lying.
Hey, he said that was his favorite quarterback. I mean, if you're trying to find somebody to breathe for the future, get somebody who's gonna drop some quotes on you. Just saying. I'm just saying it works. It works. It works. Super Bowl champ, man. Matt Stafford, that is. That's who we're talking about. So we're gonna transition from the NFL to the NBA. And this is a story that we kind of been waiting for them to say, but they've been trying to prolong it with the whole Embiid is resting, but we really don't know I don't even know what the process is anymore. I'm going to say this process may just literally be over at this point because Joel Embiid, it was announced. Whoa, that's an hour. Let me fix that for a second. But it says Joel Embiid is out for the season, and it was announced today. So it says, well, we'll miss the remainder of the regular season. Him and the team to continue to look for a long-term solution for the troublesome left knee that has plagued them for basically most of his career. Now, Carl, Embiid has played like 19 games this season, right? He's been dealing with his left knee, which is, of course, which has been affecting him. But when Joel Embiid got drafted, he was already injury riddled. Like he was dealing with injuries then.
He was out. I think his whole rookie season was technical rookie season because I know he was dealing with injuries. He barely played at Kansas.
So we got that. Then we also got to think about, I'm starting to think it's just 76ers medical staff because Ben Simmons was also out for a while too. Then you go get Paul George. You got Jared. What's the rookie? Jared McCain. He's out. And it's just like, bro, what's really going on over there behind the scenes? But that's neither here nor there. For me, this news should have been announced prior to the season. I think the 76ers wasted most of the people's time because they knew what was actually wrong with his knee, and they were just trying to see if he could actually play. Or maybe they're trying to do this to find a way to get rid of him as far as draft stock, because we know these leagues can be a very dangerous thing, or they can get very, very petty or very, very just unnecessarily just in their way. But for me, I think Joel Embiid being out for the rest of the season, heal up, find a way to get away from the 76ers, because some people, when they leave certain places, all of a sudden them injuries don't pop up no more. I'm just saying.
Hey, Tomo, I was about to say, bro, that ain't been said.
No. I got you. I had to go. I'm glad you said something, though. I'm glad you. Hold up. So look, shout out to Dave. It's the HOA. We doing everything the way we do it in the HOA. Shout out to Dave, man. Been a member for 18 months, man. Also healing the mental.
Oh my God.
What? I know what you go ahead. Have a great show, fellas. Hashtag HOA United. Hashtag Dummy Bros. Hashtag Dave's Doghouse. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. Hashtag R2L. Hashtag Heat. Hashtag Heat Culture. Hashtag Pistons.
Hashtag Tyler Hero for the win. Clank.
I knew you were saying that. Hashtag dude. But hearing this news, how you feel about it, Carl?
I'm not surprised. I'd say that. I mean, good. It just goes back to, and everybody talks about it in the chats and everything, about how Embiid prioritized winning the gold medal over his health and getting healthy and ready for the 76ers regular season. It's just been a bevy of fumbles, in my opinion, from PG coming back too early, playing through injury, to Embiid not sitting out the summer playing the Olympics, which, I mean, did we need him? Yes, but 76ers pay you. I feel like that should be priority. But, hey, you got your gold medal. I really don't have too much to say. It was the right decision. It probably could have been made earlier in the year, like you said, but the 76ers also, the season for the 76ers just doesn't look up. It's only like 20-something games left. They have a ways to climb back into the play-in. And why risk him further getting hurt more and you not make the play-in, then you sit him and let Tyrese Maxey take over the show and let Maxey and the boys try to figure it out. And try to win or try to make it the play-in. But also, I think with Yabusele playing well, like he's been playing very well, you let Yabusele, Maxey figure it out. Quentin Grimes as well. I love the Quentin Grimes addition. So you let them figure it out. If they don't make the play-in, fine. At least Embiid's getting healthy. If they do make the play-in, also fine. Because they may not make the playoffs. They still may get a lotto pick. Who knows? But yes, this was the right move to sit down and Embiid. And somebody needs to get with Embiid, and they need to lay out a full offseason rehab structure, like plan, to get him together. Now, maybe he's a little too late. He is older. He is, tall. He was overweight for a lot of his career. He was, 30? I think he's 30 he's 30, 31, something like that. Maybe 29 in that range. But somebody has to get with him.
He turned 31 on March 16th.
Boom. So somebody needs to get with him, give him a dietary plan, a rehabilitation plan, things to do. I don't think he needs to practice skill this summer. I think he needs to worry about rehab and getting his body in shape this summer.
No, I agree there. And I looked it up and said he's never played more than 70 games in the season and played 39 last year, often limited by various injuries. So again, I'm with you on that one. And when they do give him that, he needs to stick to it, because I heard a lot of players actually go through these rehabs and they try to skip the process.
Oh, yeah, trust me. As a student AT, I've noticed it. They would have to be on players' behinds to get to rehab. I don't know why they do that, but yes, it happens.
See, nah, that's something different, bro. If you want to get back out there quickly, I understand, but you also want to be 100%, because the last thing you need is for you to get out there. And Embiid, he play down in the paint, so you get up there, you jump down, and you're not feeling your knees. It's a bad day.
And that knee injury he got, in the Knicks series, that was nothing to play with. That was bad.
Yeah. I'm with you too on the going over playing in Team USA. I mean, playing in the Olympics. We needed you, but we technically didn't need you that much. Like, if I was the 76ers, I'd have pulled the same thing the Clippers did. Hey, I see you working out, but could you come back, please? I understand. Could you come back? Thank you.
They pay him.
Hey, I guess he just wanted to get some form of a gold medal. I don't know. Maybe he's like, the 76ers probably won't make it to the finals, so I got to get me a win while I can.
Gotta win something. Yeah, I got to win something.
What he said? I'm leaving with something.
It ain't going to be an NBA final. It's going to be a gold medal.
Look, Halliburton did it. He played 1 minute. He's like, I'm leaving it with something.
He said, hey, shout out Melo.
And he could talk about it on his podcast, because from 176 to the next, We got to talk about Podcast P, man. And the P is for pause because Podcast P, Paul George, that is, for those who don't know, he said he's taking a break from podcasting. And I'm going to try to get this quote right. These words are real small, but he said, I want to let the Podcast P family know that after today's episode with Dwight Howard.
Wait, why you make that face?
Because right
Dwight
after
Howard
that,
been making his rounds, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Dwight Howard also has a podcast. It's kind of entertaining. I'm not even gonna lie.
I want to say, outside of the other stuff with Dwight Howard, I would say he kind of got a run like Jameis Winston, where wherever he goes is just like, man, it was a good story. Yeah. But so he said right after this episode with Dwight Howard, I gotta grow up. Anyway, I plan to take a break from the pod just to focus on getting my body right, getting my mental right, and help the squad push towards the goals to finish the season out and give ourselves a chance in the contention to compete for a championship. I'm not mad at that. Is this a good or bad decision for Podcast P?
First of all, I'm gonna just say this: y'all done bullied this man off his own podcast. That's what really just happened here. He got bullied off his own podcast. Social media wins yet again. Undefeated. A million-time champion. Social media bullied this man off his podcast. Me personally, I don't have issues with athletes having podcasts, but here's the thing with Paul George. It's the stuff he say on his podcast and then he doesn't follow up. For example, I'm about to be back on my bully. Didn't look like a bully in the playoffs at all. Show you why they call me Playoff P. Nobody called you that.
Where's Melo, man?
Nobody calls you that. And then it's the stuff he says. It's like he talked the talk, but he didn't walk the walk, which made people mad about the podcast. And instead of just moving, keeping the podcast about, sports, talking the game and stuff like that. You say what you're going to do on a pod, but you don't do it on the floor, and that makes people more mad, and people already act like you can't be an athlete with a pod you got to choose on, which is preposterous because they have extra time outside of basketball. They're going to do something. Whether it's not the podcast, it's going to be something else. Me personally, I'd rather be a podcast than, that some teams had to deal with, some people used to do. I mean, you had people. No offense, Tomo. You didn't have.
I already know,
Cowboys,
man.
So I'd rather them been the podcast Cowboys than the cocaine Cowboys. So
hey, they got rings. You know what? Yeah, you're right. The podcast.
Leave that out.
Yeah. Because I'm just saying, man, they won with the extracurricular activity. All the podcasting leads me up in here, going back and forth with everybody talking about Dak being close to the Eagles. I'm just saying, my life was a little bit easier back then. Even though I wasn't young.
But that's the thing. It's just he kind of overhypes it on the pod and doesn't. He oversells and underdelivers on the pod, and that will make people mad. So am I mad he's taking a pause? No. But is the pod the reason why he's playing the way he's playing? I don't think so. But again, to wrap it up, social media wins yet again.
Hey, I'm with you on that one because the podcast for them athletes, it's not like you said, they're not really going into fine detail about politics where you got to do all this research. Like, you really just go on there, they bring up a few topics here and there. Sometimes they even ask them just about the game. And it's not that hard for you to talk about just your game. Now, when you come out there and you start saying, I'm back on my bully, I can see how the fan base is going to start to say, all right, bro, you said that, but you're only averaging 16.2 points a game. Like, that's been the lowest since like 2014. Like, bro, what's going on with you? We know Paul George for getting buckets. You left the Clippers and then you did that whole podcast where you saying, you know what, I'm back on the East Coast. My girl family and everything's over there. We're closer to their folks. Everybody's like, okay, cool. You coming over here, new scenery, got you. And then you proceed to still play like this. It's like, wait a minute now. Did we get Podcast P or did we get Bradley Bill? Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on here?
Bro, you always going to find a way to bring up Bradley Bill.
I'm doing it for Kevin Durant. He won't say it, but I'll say it for him. Because the Suns not looking bad, not looking good right now.
What?
I said, not looking good. I had to correct myself. All right. So the fan bases, and then you in Philadelphia. Like, if you was in DC doing this, I could see the fans being like, you know what, the Wizards are not good anyway. Paul George is Paul George. Continue what you want to do. You're in Philadelphia. You see what they say about the Eagles when they're winning. So imagine what they gonna say to you when you're losing and doing a podcast making false promises. They're gonna kill you. So I understand the mental part there because it's like, bro, you walk past these fans every day and they're like, Paul George, I see you getting a microphone, but can you get a bucket? Like, you can't deal with that every day, bro. So him taking a break, I hate the fact I'm with you on that. I hate the fact that they bullied him off of it, but it seems like the fans is more on they bully than he is. So Paul George, you take the break and you still averaging 15, you might as well keep doing the podcast, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think the pod is the reason why he's balling and he's not looking like the Paul George of old. I just don't think that's the reason. Could it be an injury? Could he be washed? I have no idea. But I know one thing. It's no way it's the pod, but it's just the pod. It's the optics, the perception of him doing the pod and not playing to the standard that he set for himself that got people mad.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Like, imagine if Paul George was in the club every night, and ended up with a jersey saying Rosebud across it. There's so many reasons why you could talk about a player and y'all get upset when they get on the microphone. I'm with y'all because Michael Parsons does it a lot. So, but he actually balls out in the game. What Michael goes wrong is he talks about other players so great that it's like, bro, you forgot you on a team?
Yeah, see, and then Darius Slay. That's why I tell the Eagles fans, watch their mouth when they talk about my dog Slay. They was killing Slay. They wanted Slay off the team halfway through the season. I ain't forget. That's why I remind y'all in the chat every time. Watch y'all mouth when it comes to my dog Slay, because y'all wanted him off the team. Y'all was like, man, he a leader, but he too friendly. He too this, he too that. Bruh, it's outside of the game. You think he this friendly during the 60 minutes he playing against these boys? No. But when I know they wanted him gone when he did the pod with Micah, they wanted him out of there.
And you know why they really wanted that? Because it was the whole CJGJ comments when Micah was going smack at him, and Slay was like, "That's my dog," but
But nah, it was even then they was like, man, I wish Michael Irvin would have did a podcast with somebody from the Eagles, or I wish would have did a podcast with somebody from the NFC East. And I'm like, bro, first of all, podcasting wasn't even out. They probably didn't even know how to work a camera. Second of all, never mind. I'm gonna say that to myself. Never mind.
I'm gonna say it for you. They weren't doing podcasts together. They was doing a little bit of something else. I'm just saying. There's documentaries on these things. Y'all can go look this up. Just saying. That's why they was all ready to fight after games. It happens.
Speaking of documentaries and outside activities, man, don't forget Lake Minnetonka or whatever that was in Minnesota.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd rather you podcast, bro. Trust me. A lot of different avenues that they can go down that you don't want them to go.
I was watching Cocaine Cowboys on Netflix, and they was talking about the Super Bowl. They was like, man, we had a whole bunch of Steelers and Cowboys over here. I'm like, wait. Come on,
that
bro.
Vikings scandal still crazy.
So would you rather them partying or podcasting?
Give me the pod.
I'll take the podcast too. I'd rather deal with the nonsense in the media than the other nonsense that be going on. But teams got to find a way to win. Everybody got to find a way to win. And this team found a way to get out of the basement. Because y'all ain't been doing nothing but winning. We're going to say more winning in Motown.
I should have brought my shirt and switch shirts.
Man, it's all good. Because this is your segment. The Pistons are one of the league's biggest surprises. 33-26. And they're likely to be a playoff team in the East, Carl. Not like play in. Y'all like, what, 6th seed right now?
6th seed. No, we tied for the 5th. Well, the Bucks got the breaker because they be whooping us. But we right there with them.
Well, I'm gonna let you take it away. I just want to say the record. Y'all looking like a playoff team. We sat on RBO. I mean, I seen something come out about the rookie of the years. A player was missing from that post, but this is not my segment. This is more so about the Pistons, man. What's the ceiling?
All right, our ceiling. My ceiling is a second round exit. I think we can beat a team in the first round now because of historic purposes. That would lead us to either play, if things go the way they're supposed to go, the Cavs or the Celtics. Although I ain't ducking no smoke from neither one of them teams, history says that the Pistons do struggle with them in the regular season. We just ended a long losing streak against the Celtics, and we have not ended the losing streak against the Cavs just yet. So with that being said, I think we do lose to one of those two teams in the second round as our ceiling. Our floor obviously is a play-in my opinion, at this point. That's our floor, the play-in, having to fight to get in the playoffs. Still 20-something games left, so things could happen to make the floor a reality, which I hope it doesn't. But yeah, my ceiling, second round exit.
All right, so you all just came off a 21-point win, right?
20.
Against 20. Okay, Wednesday. Oh no, K dropped 21. I'm reading this different. K dropped 21 with 11 assists, right?
And Malik Beasley dropped 26 to lead the Pistons. Talking about, you better be ready, Malik Beasley. 26, Teddy.
117-97 over the
And he sparked up the Celtics.
Hey, look, I'm just reading the stats, man. That's all I'm saying. And what it says is this was your 8th consecutive win. It's been the first time Detroit had a winning streak that long since 2008.
Yeah. I told you, bro, in the chat, we like the Commanders with this thing this year, bro.
I was just about to say, man, y'all remind me of another team, shocking the world, man. And then you made a few Celtics fans upset, man, just off that one win alone. So that lets me know y'all doing something great. The ceiling for me, and shout out to Pistons Twitter. Was that you that sent that where they was going in on saying Monty? It was talking about Monty and all that, how he was holding y'all back.
Nah, I don't think I sent you that. I sent you the joint where we did it for NBA Central, which, hey, shout out NBA Central. He's back, baby.
Yeah. It was in the comments. That's what it was. You know, when you go, but that's what it was. Yeah. I seen that. And it was like, Monty was holding us back. And I'm being nice. They were saying something else now.
Trust me, bro. I'll go to Detroit every summer. I could imagine what they'd be saying.
Dave said something in the comments, and I wouldn't be mad at it. I could see y'all being a 4 seed. I would say the ceiling, just looking at it for me, say second round exit. I could see second round exit, but whoever y'all play in that second round, I see y'all pushing them to the brink. I think Cade is finally like, he's upset of how the league has been treating him because he's been on the Pistons and everybody just been disrespecting him. Like some of them dunks and how he react to people, he like, yeah, nah, stop playing with me. Like when you
and it'd be fun. Green. Hey,
that's really the one though. That's really the one. So I see y'all pushing them to the brink. Something similar to what the Kings did with the Warriors, where it was just like this team, everyone's like, this team shouldn't even stand with them, but you making an actual fight and then you move over into next season. JB Bickerstaff, man. A lot of people slept on him. I understand what the Cavs got going now, but I knew he was a good coach. I was like, look what he did with them. So I already know what he's going to do with this young talent. And the Cavs was a young team. So you all are moving in the right spot. I'm with you on the second round, actually. The floor, I don't think y'all going to make the play-in. I think y'all going to flat out be an actual playoff team. The teams that are behind you, Orlando Magic, we just seen the news that came out. I think Suggs is out indefinitely.
He's been out for a minute, though.
Yeah, it can't. Shout out to David Shefty pointing something else out. And Miami. I'm gonna let you do what you guys say about Miami, but those are the two teams right now. Unless Trey get hot, I see y'all keeping that either 6 or moving up to 4.
I'm not mad at you saying we're not making the play. I just have it as a floor because it's still 20-something games left and things can happen. I've seen worse. So just throwing it out there. Now, I'm not saying we're a playoff team just yet. If we'll seeds 1 through 8, cool. We locked in, but we right there on the brink of, we tied for 5th, but we also, I think we like 4 games in front of the Magic, but they can get hot. I mean, the Heat, Jimmy Butler ain't walking through that door again, so I ain't worried about them. But yeah, the Magic can get hot, man. We seen the Magic become a 5th seed last year. They got the pieces. Now Suggs, like you said, out indefinitely, but I like Anthony Black. I like Cole Anthony. Obviously, Paolo, baller. Got to give him credit. Franz doing his thing this year, unfortunately. But I'm not going to say we automatically a playoff team, excuse me.
I agree with you. I knew you was going to say something. He said, yeah, okay. Nah.
He not. What, did I lie?
I think he must have saying that disrespect.
It was disrespectful. Y'all done took my boy joy from the game of basketball. 1,000 lashes for the Heat, man.
Well, he got his joy back. Because whatever joy he got, he's sharing it with Draymond. And Draymond just running around making guarantees. So he out here guaranteeing W's, man. So, again, from a random conversation that started on R2L, that's carried over into the chats, that now led to this question here. And we all tell you this is why you need to be a part of the chats, because it helps breed the show. We keep going with these things. We come up with our own topics at times. You understand? Now, the question is, can the Warriors win the championship? The Warriors were 28-27 when Draymond made the statement that the Warriors will win the finals this year. The Golden State Warriors are now 32-27. They're third in the Pacific, basically third in their division, seventh in the Western Conference. 7-1 record after the trade with Jimmy Butler. Everything is improved. I read this, Carl, and I was like, can the Warriors actually win the championship? That's what they were asking. And I was like, this year or just in general? Because I think they can win one just in general, but I don't think they're going to win one this year. Now, granted, a lot of stats have improved once Jimmy Butler has gotten there. Of course, you already know what Jimmy Butler brings to the team. But for me, I'm looking at the landscape of the NBA and also just them in the West. Looking at it where I got it at right here. So the Warriors right now, their record against Western Conference teams, what is it? Before Jimmy, they got OKC, they 2-1. Versus Memphis, they 3-1. Versus Houston, they 3-1. But Minnesota, they're like 0-1. The Lakers, and we already see what the Lakers just did and how hot they are. They having a run right now. They're 0-3 against them, and they 0-3 against the Clippers. And
I think the Lakers, they didn't have Jimmy Butler though.
What you mean?
No, they didn't. They never.
No, I'm just saying. Butler. I'm just saying what they were.
I feel you, but it's different.
I see what you're saying, but the Lakers also didn't have Luka.
That's fine.
I'm just saying these two teams, but one team that they're currently behind right now is the Clippers. And that's the team that they 0-3 against. Now, again, Jimmy Butler does make a difference when you see some of these teams. However, it's going to be a long road to that finals. And some of the pieces that the Warriors have right now, I just don't see them winning a championship this year. Can they get there? Possibly. But I just don't see them doing it.
Can the Warriors win a championship? Yes, absolutely. You give Jimmy Butler, a guy who took the Miami Heat, who are 3-6 without him, to the finals twice, pushed the Lakers to 6 games, 5-6 games. Nuggets in, they got one against the Nuggets. I mean, I was rooting for Jimmy Hard, but they had no answer for Jokic. But you give him to a team that's coached by Steve Kerr and has a 4-time champion point guard and Steph Curry, who just detonated for 56 last night against the Magic. He went insane, and he has that capability to do that any given night on the floor. Yes, they could win a championship. Tomo, I hear you, right? They're 7th in the West. They're a half a game behind the Clippers. They can pass the Clippers, become a top 6 seed, and right now they would play the Nuggets, which I ain't gonna lie, that is only not favorable because of Jokic. If it wasn't for Jokic, I would favor them against the Nuggets, but they would have to scheme something really, really nice to stop Jokic in that post. But they're 5 games behind the Rockets, 5 games behind the Lakers, 6 games behind the Nuggets, and there's 20-something games left. Now, obviously, that 1 seed is out of reach. OKC is out of there with that.
Yeah, nobody's getting that one.
But seeds 2 through 6 are not out of reach just yet. And if they keep winning the way that they went in 7-1 with Jimmy Butler, the sky's the limit. They can get one of them 2 through 6 seeds, get a favorable matchup, and fight their way to the finals, where they could play a Boston or Cleveland. I'm not going to say the Knicks. I don't believe in the Knicks at all. I'll just say between right now Boston and Cleveland. And they play Boston and Cleveland, I think the Warriors got a shot to take them down. So I do. While I think it still is bold to guarantee a championship, because guaranteeing the championship, no matter what, is crazy. When it's seeing a 72-10 team lose the championship, so a guarantee is crazy. But can they do it? Absolutely, they absolutely can.
So that's where it goes back to my debate on the whole Draymond and Dak situation, right? And I'm looking at the Warriors now, and I'm like, can they? Yes, because you're asking, can they? I believe they can. However, I don't. If they were to make the finals and play Cleveland, I think they beat Cleveland. If they were to make the finals and play Boston, that's going to be a tough one. Because, again, this still goes down to, like, the big man. But I think Golden State has that mental advantage, and that goes.
You think it goes to the bigs if they play Boston?
Porzingis still going to be there.
Porzingis play around the perimeter too much for me.
I understand what you're saying, but that's still it's a factor there. Now, I don't know, because if Draymond on the court, I don't know. Things get a little shaky when Draymond on the court.
I don't think Porzingis is the issue if they play Boston. I think Boston's perimeter defense and Tatum could pose a threat to the Warriors.
That's why I said the mental advantage part comes into play.
But then you got Jimmy, who's used to playing Boston and has
that's
big
what I'm saying.
games.
That's why I said it could get. That's why hear me out, Carl. I said the mental advantage part because Jimmy adds to that mental advantage over the Celtics. Because what was he doing with Miami when he wasn't there? How did the Celtics get to the finals? Jimmy wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? Now he's there. You got Steph, and they already played the Warriors in the finals. They lost to him that year, which was kind of funny because I picked the Warriors to win that one. I was like, the Celtics, this is not their time. They're gonna win it at another point. However, that Nuggets one is gonna be the biggest hill to climb, and I'm glad you said it because I'm like, unless they scheme something and Steve Kerr is really in his bag and they find a way to get over that hump, then they free falling at that point. Then again, of course, Laker fans gonna jump in and be like, "Well, we got Luka, and we can see what happens there." But I think it always comes down to the big man with the Warriors. At some point, they're gonna need a big in the paint to actually help them out.
Yeah, that's why LeBron dominates them too because they really got nothing in the paint for LeBron once he gets to the bucket. So that's why I think they're so bad against the Lakers right now. So the Lakers could pose a threat, but you give me Steph and Jimmy in the playoffs. Man, it's hard for me to pick against that. And here's another counterpoint. I know I'm talking about the Warriors moving up the standings. The Nuggets also can move up the standings, and then that could make the Warriors not play the Nuggets until a later round.
And that could help them. That could be in their favor too, because the longer the playoffs go, the longer you never know what happens there. But can they? It's possible. Can you guarantee it? No.
Nothing in life is guaranteed, man.
Except death and taxes. Come on now. We here. And Podcast P going on a break.
Bruh.
Now, this NBA season, right, it's been a crazy one. This NBA league has just been a crazy one because they've been reaching for who's going to be the new face of the league ever since, like, LeBron started aging out. And then, of course, it was Steph at some point. I don't know why they just skip over people at this point. I thought Steph should still be the face of the league as of now. It's not like he's retired or anything. I know the Warriors had a couple bad seasons, but Steph's still been Steph. Like, I don't get it.
Hey, Tomo, we might get some heat in the comments for that, but I agree.
Hey, that's cool, but I've been asking. That's why I had to ask Teddy. I was like, bro, they keep talking about the face of the league, and nobody bringing up the guy who just won a ring is a little funny to me, but okay. But agree or disagree, LeBron had some comments after one of his games, and he said, why do you want to be the face of the league when all the people that cover and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis basically bleep on everybody? Obviously, I didn't ask for it. I feel Ant. I understand this is just weird energy when it comes to that. And the question was more so posed to why don't you think Ant wants to be the face of the league? And LeBron kind of took a shot at the actual media. So, do you agree? Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. And I like the stuff like LeBron does, like the school and everything. It makes me want to like LeBron. But isn't it, if I'm lying, let me know. There's multiple videos of him calling himself the GOAT. There's times where he put the crown on his head. Come on, bruh. You ain't asked for it. You wanted it. That's why every time you have a chance, you let us know that you think you the GOAT. You said it. Didn't he say, when I came back on that 3-1 lead against the Warriors, that made me the GOAT right there? Didn't he say that?
Those were his words.
Come on, bro. Nobody asked you that, but you said that. And here's another thing I don't like. This is just athletes in general. I don't know what y'all want people to do when y'all don't do well. What you want us to not talk about it, but just praise the good you do? No. Just like when you do good, we're going to praise you when you do good. But if you're having a slump, a bad stretch of games, we have to keep it real with you and let you know that you're not performing to the standard. And don't get upset. Don't say people switching up. No, we just telling the truth. Now, do some people, you know what on y'all? Yes, but that is not the majority of the media. Athletes get mad at the media sometimes for just doing their job. They just doing their job. You probably in your feelings, you're not playing well. Bruh, you have to separate personal from a job. You have to do it. we as Americans, we have to do it all the time. We might come into work mad at your girl that made you mad. Some family member just pissed you off. You can't bring that into your workplace. In your workplace, you gotta let it go. Do your job. After your job is done, you can be mad at whatever you was mad at all over again. But you can't take it out on people who's A, doing their job, or B, has nothing to do with it. Like I said, I'm not saying that's what happens all the time, but I just see athletes get so mad that you not babying them, that you not coddling them, that you not, oh, you're still so great. Even though the last 10 games, you just had 10 points. Even though you're used to averaging 30, you only dropping 10. I'm just making up a scenario, but you only scored 10 points, but you're still so great. No, we're going to say, hey, you need to pick it up. You only scored 10 points your last 10 games. This ain't you. You need to do better. It just seems like they want to be babied and coddled. And I don't blame athletes 100% for that, because growing up, if you're good enough, the little things that you do, they'll excuse it because he's so good. And I dislike that the whole time, because all you're doing is creating a monster. You're creating a guy who's never going to create accountability or accept accountability, And every time something goes wrong, he's going to look to somebody else to bail him out, or he's just going to look to not get criticized because he's always been so good. What you going to say to me? I'm too good. No. This is the pros, bro. This is a whole different league. And I just don't like that athletes seem that when they do bad, they feel like it shouldn't be talked about because I'm an athlete. No. Like I said, to end it off, I want to praise you when you do good, but when you do bad, I have to criticize you just as much as I'm praising you.
Nah, that's a fact. That's funny that you said that about athletes as far as the getting coddled. I think that's what I noticed in the Ben Simmons documentary, as far as like through his whole career. It was just like, bruh, he's always going to get the special treatment. And now once he gets to the league, it's like you have to work a little bit harder. And like everything's not going to come to you. Like, that's just what it is. LeBron always knows what to say to take the right person off. Because even when I was going to try to find a video to see if he like just if it was a quote somewhere or if he just said it, I stumbled across First Take. And the first person that went off was Stephen A, of course. And he's like, wait. Here you go again, being upset, saying that you don't want to be the face when you basically everything, Carl. It's kind of funny. Everything you said, Carl, is what Stephen A was kind of like alluding to. But you said it a little bit better because I can actually hear you when you were saying it. But go ahead.
Can I interrupt you real quick? For the people that just heard that, if you know me, you know I don't listen to Stephen A. Smith at all. So it's not like I heard what he said and regurgitated it.
No, that's why it's funny though. That's why it's funny when you said it, because it's like, bro, you kind of ask for everything that you get in the media. You want us to always say the right thing about you, but it's like, bro, you're not going to always be the best player. It's okay. You're not going to be the best player on every night. It happens that way. Even during your run, what's the one thing they always kill him for? Because the MJ never did it. You allowed other people to win rings on your clock. So it's like, bro, you're the face of the league. However, Steph came out of nowhere and won 4. Like just won 4. Steph made an all-star game, and we talked about it on here. It was like Steph technically shouldn't be an all-star starter, but
an all-star period. Honestly,
that's another fight for another day. But he became a starter because it was one in the Bay. But again, that goes back to what I said in the beginning. They just brushed over Steph's run. Like he was the face for like 2 months, basically. Like that's what it felt like to me.
It's crazy how people don't want to give Steph the face of the league, but people blame Steph for ruining the game they love. It's like, how? How is he not the face if you say Steph ruined basketball? If he can't ruin basketball if he ain't the face of it. Because if he wasn't the face, they wouldn't try to emulate what he was doing. Teams was really trying to go out there and get a guy shoot 30, 40 footers because Steph was hitting these crazy 30, 40 foot shots at a high clip, and they're winning rings.
And what Kerr say, it's a bad shot, but not for him. Like anybody else do that, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? But when he does it, that's just what it is. And the kids today, if you go to any park, if they are outside, if you go to any rec, they running on a fast break, stopping at the 3-point line and shooting. Like that's just what it is. So that lets you know that he was the face of the league, right? But to me, like I said, it felt like it was only 2 months because Ja Morant came out of nowhere. And Ja had the dunking sensation, and then they kept trying to push it on Ja. And then Joker won, and they kept trying to push it on Joker. And then Luka had like a 30-minute run. And I was just like, you all are just giving these people the face of the league when you really have a champion right here who is like doing the right things. He's winning. He's not doing the wrong thing in the streets, and he's a positive role model. Like, he's giving y'all that. Granted, I don't think nobody in the league actually asked to be the face of the league outside of, at some point, I would say about 20 to 21-year-old LeBron probably started doing it because he like, I guess I'm just the baddest thing smoking. Y'all want to keep putting me on TV. But now it's at the point where they're trying to force Ant to do it. And I think Ant is like, I'm too down to earth for me to actually be the face of the league. Yes, I'll take the promotions. Yes, I'll take the commercials. Yes, I'll take everything that you all are giving me, because if you're giving it to me, I'm from around the way. I'm going to leave with something. Like, I'm not going to say no. But I also don't want the responsibility of you all coming to me every time something goes wrong in the league. Like, that's just not who I am. LeBron took it a whole nother way talking about the media. Because, again, the media is supposed to hold you accountable when your friend's not going to do it. That's what they're doing.
That's what I didn't like. I ain't like the fact LeBron was like, why would anybody want that? Bro, you wanted it. I don't care what you say. You trying to throw the fact that you're the GOAT and talk, like I said earlier, shows that you wanted it. You do.
Yeah. Now, we agree on another thing, too, is there are some people in the media who try to get their rocks off by just being negative all the time. That makes sense when you want to say they just bleep on people. It's like, bro, no matter how good you do, they're always going to keep bringing up the bad. That's the side of the media that I can understand where you like, all right, bro, I don't want to be the face because you're not even trying to hold me accountable. You just want to keep ridiculing me about every single negative thing. You got a point there. But you also overshadow all the positive people that say, LeBron, you're one of the best players, or the people who fell in love with Ant Edwards because of his personality. Like, you killed them people because they're just trying to do their job. So I want to say I disagree. I got to disagree with his comments.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly disagree. It wasn't even a thought. I read those comments and I just was like, LeBron strikes again. Like, I genuinely like LeBron, what he does for kids and everything of the sort. I genuinely do. But it's just stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, come on, bro, stop it. Or like the cap stuff, like, stop it, bro. Just, bro, you're great, bro. You are great, but come on.
I don't think he can help it at this point. He's just gonna be himself. Also, he getting old, so he's about to start getting set in his ways.
About to. I think he already set in his ways, bro.
You might have a point there, you know. Sometimes when you don't read past the first page of a book, things can get a little.
Oh my god, that is the funniest cap stuff ever.
That's just hilarious to me. But I want to ask you one question before we move into the lock 'em, right? March Madness is almost upon us, right?
Ooh, we got a conference tournament starting Sunday.
So, just give us a little insight on how you feel about this this March Madness coming up, and you can give us a little insight. I know you're doing the show, so you don't gotta give us too much. But how you feeling about the tournament coming up?
All right, cool. So first of all, like I said, we got a conference tournament starting Sunday, the ASUN. Then we got some mid-major starting that Monday and Tuesday. I think the Horizon start Tuesday. I think OVC start Monday, Tuesday. Just a couple mid-majors. Next week, for a lot of Power 5 used to be Power 6 because Big East, but there's no Pac-12. It's the last week of the regular season for them. And then we have their conference tournament starting. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 1st, so that means Monday is the 3rd. So I think that means the tournament start on the 10th or the 11th. So it's a wonderful time for basketball. I can't wait. Now, here's something I have a gripe about. The SEC, albeit elite, some of these teams are like 500 in SEC play, being ranked top 25, Kentucky, and 4 seeds and stuff like that. I understand the SEC is elite, but if that team is not performing at above average standard, above 500, we can't have them be top 25 over some other teams who's running through their conference. No matter how weak you deem the conference, they're still doing their job and winning games. So I think the SEC kind of gets, again, I don't want people to mistake what I'm saying. It's elite, but I think even in the eliteness, it kind of gets overrated by having teams that's like 8th and 7th in the SEC top 25 over some teams who might be 2nd or 3rd in their conference and not ranked at all. So I love it. No, it has not. I don't know if that's tie. If that's tie, you in the red corner account. No, Selection Sunday isn't until March 16th. That is Selection Sunday. Conference tournaments start. Well, one starts Sunday, the A-Sun. We still got 2-3 weekends until Selection Sunday. But I love it. I can't wait for for March Madness. But we still got a week left of regular season basketball. But it should be fun. A lot.
Should be fun. Come on, man. We just watched a Big Ten game where it was like, man, that was a defensive game. That's Terps versus MSU. That was a defensive game. I looked over like 27. What's going on here?
And it's crazy because we like the 2 top scoring teams in the Big Ten. I don't understand how we're up there. I get how y'all are. Y'all guard play is ridiculous. But, like, bro, we can't hit threes to save our lives. And we somehow get like 78 points.
Fast break points, man. It was evident how good of a team that MSU was after watching that game. Like, I watched most of y'all games because, you know, I'm hating on y'all because, of course, our rivalry. But outside of that, them fast break points, even when I was watching the Terps versus our game, I was like, bro, they speeding us up. Like, we don't play like this. We playing their game. And that's why I kept getting out to them big leads.
Yeah, we are really good defensively. I will give us that. Like I say, man, this is like an Izzo-esque team, bro, that just plays really good defense and through defense gets offense. But we just can't hit the 3 ball. When Jeremy Fears hit that 3 against y'all, you don't understand how mad I was he pulled it, but happy I was he made it.
I just knew it was going in. It's kind of like when Rice was pulling up. Every time Rice pulled up, I was like, tie game. Tie game.
Bro.
Tie game.
I'm like, bro, all right, the first inbound play, cool. The second, bro, we know it's going to Rodney Rice, bro. What are we doing?
All I know is, man, this is the second time in our Chipotle Bowl where the game ended up by 3 points, man.
Walk off.
3 points. And it's always one of those games where your team is not playing up to par. Just like our football game. He's like, bro, what are we doing here? And I'm just looking at the Terps like, y'all kind of giving them the game.
Again, Aiden Childs tried to throw the ball away and threw a pick.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's when I knew I had the bowl. That's when I knew. And then I was just like.
Then Nick Marsh, deep ball. Ooh, boy. Hey, I'm so glad Nick Marsh is loyal to the soil because if that was anybody else, bro, hey, NIL and transfer portal, they are stealing him. He's only a freshman too. Boy, he is gone. They offering him that bag to leave.
Man. Oh, let me ask you one more thing too. I know we more so touched on college basketball. Have you been watching the combine? Any?
I don't watch the combine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I know you heavy into like the college football. You know, you do a lot as far as
I don't
stuff, but.
I don't watch the combine. I don't watch pro days. I'm more so just wait for the draft.
Okay. You're more of a film guy. So if you was a GM, you would be more of a film guy?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I had to ask that random question.
I get the purpose of the combine, but like a lot of the combine isn't a lot of football. Like a 40-yard dash, you're not running in a straight line with no pads. It's not happening. If you're a receiver, you got to get off a press. And you're not more than likely running a go ball every time. You're running some type of route, whether it's an in-breaking, out-breaking route. You're running a route. You're not just running a go ball 100% of the times. So I need to see how you get off a release. I need to see how you stem your routes. I need to see, can you stack a receiver, stuff like that. As a DB, you daggone sure ain't running 40 yards in a straight line. So I need to see your hips. I need to see how you get in and out of breaks with equipment on, stuff like that. O-lineman, you may pull, maybe. Centers, I don't think I've ever seen a center pull, but that'd be kind of crazy. So I don't like, okay, cool. Bench press. Some people are good on the bench, but they're stronger than their bench press. Like some people can't bench, but you put them on that field and they're stronger than Ox. I think the combine, it's cute and serves some purpose. But yes, I say see your hips, Ty. You need to get in and out of breaks. You have your transitions. Yes, I play cornerback. You have to have good hips to play cornerback. you definitely do. So you can try to make it a pause moment all you want. You need to have very fluid hips to play cornerback.
Especially with the routes they be running these days.
Exactly. So yes, I need to see your hips. But yeah, it's cute. It serves some type of purpose, but all in all, I can see how good you are. Like a lot of my takes don't come from combines or nothing. It comes from what I see in college. in and out. I don't have no crazy like formula or nothing. I just go off what I see against certain teams, stuff like that. And yeah.
All right, so let me ask you one question about you kind of called it last year on Jaden Daniels. Is there another quarterback in the well, you kind of talked about Dart a little bit.
I talk about Dart all the time.
All right, just give us one insight on Dart before we move on to the pick'ems.
So I just love Jackson Dart quarterback. First of all, I love his toughness, his moxie. He can actually, I think he's a better athlete than people think. He can run the ball. But I love his arm talent. I do think he has accuracy. I love his arm talent. And another thing I like about Dart, I think Dart could run a pro offense. Working with Lane Kiffin as his head coach, I think he can run a pro style offense. I just love Jackson Dart. Now, he was raw when I first started watching him. He came in, I think it was the BYU game like 4 years ago against when he was at USC. Came in for Keaton Slovis or something like that. And I'm like, bro, why is he not the starter over Keaton Slovis? I was never a Keaton Slovis fan. But I see him playing like he should clearly be the starter. And I think that following year, he transfers to Ole Miss. And I'm like, bet he's finally getting his opportunity. And he's done nothing but win ball games. Now, has he lost some big ball games? Yes. But he's still getting 9-10 wins a season at Ole Miss in the tough SEC West. Well, now it's no SEC West, but it was then.
Well, I mean, I told you what I said earlier about how I seen that quote come out there. I was like, well, if he's anything what Carl's telling you all, and that's his favorite quarterback, we kind of seen this guy, and we always hear it in the chats. So shout out to the Eagles fans. Is he just does what it takes to win. So if you can transfer that over into the NFL, we definitely will be hearing that name again soon. Then
I could tell you a sleeper quarterback that I really like.
Who you got?
It's crazy because if you asked me this last season, I wouldn't have gave you this answer. But Kyle McCord, I really like Kyle McCord, man. What he did this 1 year at Syracuse, and then honestly, what Will Howard did at Ohio State leads me to believe that it wasn't Kyle McCord at Ohio State. I don't know what was going on, but maybe it wasn't Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord has 4,000 yard season at Syracuse. He had transfer guys like Jackson Meeks, and I don't think Trevor Pena was a transfer guy, but these were guys that people really didn't know. The only guy I think people might have known that he was throwing to was a Rondé Gadsden tight end, but he put up 4,000. That Syracuse offense was one of the best offenses in the ACC, and they had 9 wins. So, Kyle McCord is a guy that I think is a sleeper pick at quarterback.
Man, now Carl, you done got me talking draft talk, man. I want to ask you one more thing. They say this draft here, they talk about all the running backs and stuff like that, but for me, for most of the players that I've been seeing, or more so just me listening to some of the Cowboy stuff too, is about who they're gonna draft. It sounds like it's a lot of skill players that you can come up off in this draft. It's not like a lot of big name quarterbacks. You just name Dart and then the sleeper that you just gave us. But you feel that same way?
Oh, for sure. This is a running back crazy draft, man. Here's the thing with Dallas. Dallas could go Genty. That'd be crazy, but then you have to go O-line probably off season. Dallas can probably go O-line first round, to be completely honest with you, and get you a guy like Omarion Hampton, a Caleb Johnson, maybe second round. Maybe you go and get you a Ollie Gordon, because I don't think Ollie Gordon was bad this year. I think Alan Bowman was so bad because they stopped Ollie Gordon, and Alan Bowman can't throw the ball. Man, you can get you an Ollie Gordon. You can get you a back that's a guy outside of the first round. This running back draft class is deep. I mean, deep. You got Taj Brooks, who played down the road at Texas Tech. It's so many. I think Cam Scatterbo's in the draft. It's so many guys in this draft class.
Say that name. I keep hearing that name.
So many guys in this draft class at running back, bro. I'm sorry, it is. This is a deep class at running back.
But what about how you? Well, we know your favorite wide receiver coming out of this one is Tack.
T-Mac for sure.
Yeah.
But that's because Travis is. If Travis was a receiver, he'd be my favorite. But it looked like he leaning towards DB or playing both. So I'm gonna go T-Mac.
Okay, I think he is gonna end up playing both. I hope he lands in a perfect situation. Honestly.
I don't want him to play both, to be completely honest with you.
I know. I'm talking about
the way he wants to play. Like,
I don't want that in the NFL. No.
I know y'all was talking about Tuesday. Teddy said you make him a DB with him and Christian Gonzalez. Can't believe I forget about Marcus Jones, Houston legend. Shout out my boy. But even if you use him as Deion Branch, use him as a receiver, third down, you put him in the corner. Hey, that's good too. But Yeah, my favorite receiver would probably be T-Mac, but my sleeper receiver would probably be Nick Nash.
Okay, I gotta look him up.
San Jose State.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up. But I appreciate that. I just had to get a couple, just get a
Cal
little.
Williams from Washington State.
Well, how you feel about the tight end from Penn State?
Baller. Do it all.
Just had to make sure we was on the same page there. That's the only that's the only big up we're gonna give Penn State right now. But
I'm talking about Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Bruh. That's my man on NCAA. You're not gonna bring that up. So now we're gonna roll over into our what they gotta say in the comments, right?
You're talking about Nick Singleton coming back for one more year to carry Drew Allard because Drew Allard needs it.
He definitely. Oh man, I wish he would come out in the draft. I like Singleton too, though. But I understand you probably want to run it back with your homie. It's cool. I mean, hopefully he just doesn't tank it like he did in that playoff game. Now, R2L's lock him in. I got the text from my bros. Carl, do you have one for this segment?
See, here's the thing. As my DraftKings just glitched out. I have one.
All right, so
gotta get back to it.
All right, I got you. Why you bringing it up? So this R2L lock 'em in is where we give you all the spread or maybe the money line for the games that we feel like that is actually going to win tomorrow. So the next day for Saturday, we're giving you these games for Saturday, and we want you to know that hey, these are our opinions. So when you put this on your parlay, we just letting you know this is our opinion here. Now,
to back Tomo, I do a dog of the week or underdog of the week. I do bet my underdog of the week, so I ain't just throwing BS out there and not putting my money behind it. And because I've been on the loser streak, Tomo, I ain't gonna lie, it's been pissing me off.
I just lost too.
South Alabama was up 1 point with 5 seconds and just gave Texas State a layup to lose the game. It pissed me off, but I myself bet my underdog of the week. So don't come in here if we are wrong, talking about we didn't lost you your rent and everything.
So
bet responsibly.
There we go. See, that's why it's HOA. I've been trying to get that line for a minute. I ain't heard it in a while because I do everything responsibly anyway. Ma, I hope you watching. Now, Carl, you got yours? Or I can read off Joe's and Dave's.
Read off Dave's and I should get back to mine.
All right, so Joe is saying he's taking the Grizzlies -11 versus the Spurs. Dave is taking Auburn -4.5 versus Kentucky.
I was looking at that one.
Okay. I'm going boxing, so if you got one.
All right, so to avoid giving out my underdog of the week, which I have to give that out later, I'll go Middle Tennessee State money line +100 versus UTEP.
Okay. And for me, of course, it's going to be a big day in boxing tomorrow. Being one of the hosts of In the Red Corner, that's also why I wore the Ali shirt. Just to let you all know, I'm taking Gary Russell -130. He's going to be on the undercard for Tank versus Lamont Roach. So
that's tomorrow, right? At the Barclays?
Yep, at Barclays. It start at 8, and we'll say 5 p.m. Central. I only know that because I keep hearing it over and over.
That's whoa, time out.
No, the undercard start at 8.
No. 5 p.m. is Pacific. Central is 7.
There we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna say, Tom, you better have people mad.
No. You're right. I'm tripping. Pacific, 5 p.m. Pacific. I work with folks in Central Standard Time. I don't even know why I would make that type of mistake. But there we go. Good catch, man.
You better have people mad at you.
Ooh, they like 5 p.m. Hey, man, I done missed the whole fight messing with him. Well, as long as you come back and curse me out in the comments, that means you came back and watched again. So I'm cool with that. But, I mean, we done made some good time here. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wing it. And I'm going to say shout out to our Superstar members. I'm going to start off with some shout outs to the Superstar members, and then we're going to share a little bit of stories about these chats because you can see it right there on the banner. Become an R2L member at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's on Instagram. We have a bevy of chats. I'll give you a quick synopsis because we have a lot of chats. We have NBA, NFL, NBA/WNBA.
No, we got a whole different WNBA chat.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to make sure I remember. WNBA, soccer, UFC, boxing, baseball, BWT. Of course, I said NFL, college basketball, college football, college basketball, both men's and women's.
Yep, that's in one.
Then we also have my phone right here, so I can just read it. Why am I acting like I'm on?
We got the parlay chat if you're a Superstar member. Hey, Teddy.
Now,
definitely been hitting lately.
I want you to share a little bit more because I know you're heavy in the parlay chat.
Of course. So parlay chat is ran by Vaughn. Shout out Vaughn. Man, we conglomerate. We get together. We try to make a parlay that we try to win some money, man. So trying to. I ain't saying you getting rich. Again, bet responsibly. But if you have some income to use to make some bets, and you want to be a part of the parlay chat, become a superstar member. You have to be a superstar member
For $9.99.
and you join, and you may make your money back.
I don't know. Y'all been winning for the times I've been in there. I think they definitely gonna get their $9.99 back because that's what it is to be a superstar member. And shout out to Ty. I definitely missed F1. I was gonna get the boxing. We also have hockey. We also have football. So yeah, college basketball, college football, the parlay, boxing, R2L. That's the VIP chat. You need to be a superstar member for that one as well. And again, to be a superstar member, click the link below. Become a member today for $9.99. That's the superstar. You get the R2L chat, parlay chat, awards and plaques to the top performers. That's based upon the episodes that you do on air. Those are the numbers. We let the numbers speak for themselves. We don't vote for the awards. We let you come on and perform. Now, one thing I will point out also is that 90%. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. No, I'm gonna say 90% of the folks that have won an award. I might say 98% of the folks that won an award actually have a show on the network now.
If on me, Teddy.
Yeah. Tennis coming soon. We also got golf coming soon too. Shout out to Ty in the comments. See, we one big family over here. Shout out to Ty. He's also another host on In the Red Corner as well. And he's a Pacers fan. You do with that what you please.
Hey man. hey, we might be set up to run Pistons first round.
I'm gonna ask you that after I get through this one, and then a tier below that is the All-Star level for $4.99 a month. You know, you have the member-only videos, and you get to join multiple chats. That's and you also get to request a topic or segment, and that's for all the shows on the network. We want to let you know that all the perks that come with the memberships are for all the shows on the network. Again, all the shows on the network have a link below that you can go there and subscribe now. If you're tuned in on YouTube, make sure you go do that. And the tier below that for $2.99 is the pro level. Now, with the pro level, you only get to join one sports chat, but that's your introductory to the actual chat, to the chats and the R2L family as well. So if you just want to, get your toes wet for $2.99 a month and see what the R2L family got to offer, $2.99 a month is there. You also get priority comments and loyalty badges next to your name in the comments. Now, you have pro for $2.99. You join one chat. You all-star for $4.99. You get to join multiple chats, and you get to request a topic or segment. It has to be sports related across the board on the network. Superstar for $9.99, where you get the same perks from the All-Star and the Pro. So just think about that when you click in that link below. And I said we're going to give a shout out to our Superstar members. So shout out to our Superstar members. Shout out to my partner in crime as far as Cowboys and Terps. Shout out to Worm. Shout out to Joe, Dave, my brothers on air, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Vaughn, Lamar, Giovanni, Chris, Decorius, Mike, and Taniqua. These are our Superstar members. Make sure y'all click the link below. Now that I got that out the way right quick, Carl, he's saying y'all might get swept.
Hey, man. Ty, man, I expect nothing less from Ty. One thing, it's two things Ty going to be, petty and confident. So I expect nothing less. But no, we're not getting swept. I think it'll be a great series, though. Division foes, rivalry renewed. Lego man got a point to prove. So I think it'll be a good series.
I think it'll be good also because this will be another one of those battles that we have within the chats that are in the playoffs. We just seen the Eagles and Commanders go at it. We seen the Ravens and the Steelers go at it in the playoffs.
You mean we've seen the Ravens spank the Steelers?
Hey, that's your fight, man. I'm just here to announce. That's between y'all.
That cheerleader on the sideline got cooked.
Talking about George Pickens?
No, I'm talking about Mike Tomlin.
No, I thought you were talking about George Pickens. Mike T, man, we'll talk about that in the off season, but I think the Steelers need to make some drastic improvements. But ain't no Mike. Oh, see, Ty starting already, and I ain't even a matchup.
Hey, man, we'll see.
All right, well,
you know the smoke won't be there if it's a matchup.
Smoke if cometh, as they would say. With that
Nah,
being said,
AJ, the smoketh. The smoketh.
if you want to talk about somebody that's on cloud 9 right now,
Oh yeah, facts.
and the Lakers are winning too, like this is just perfect timing for him.
That's why I gotta bring up the sweep. I gotta bring up the sweep because the way Lakers winning now. Gotta let them know it's too late. Can't do it against us.
All I know is, bro, if the Lakers find their way to the Western Conference Finals, I don't think we're gonna ever hear the rest. We'll never hear the end of AJ.
I'll just take Bibby on him. You saw what Bibby was saying yesterday. Stay on the Timberwolves.
Oh, because he want LeBron gone, man.
Like,
He's
bro,
tired of
no,
that.
but it's not even that, bro. He literally works for the Timberwolves, bro. Like he gotta support them. He works for them, bro. I don't know. I don't want to say he worked for them, but he does work for them.
Yeah, the partnership is there, so it's like, bro, what do you want me to do?
And he lives in Minnesota too. So
Yeah, like, what do you want me to do? And he keeps it real. Like, he's not gonna lie to you and say, look, bro, if LeBron playing bad, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I want to keep him on my team. He said, I'm a Lakers fan first.
But skip all that. He get a little acting up. Hey, Bibby, get him.
That is true. Oh man, shout out to Bibby, man. Shout out to the chats, man. Y'all keep the day going. And you also, I want to point out one more thing before I start rambling a little bit more. Once you come to the chats, please be prepared to have your stats ready. And if you are going to troll, be prepared to get trolled back.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying. I just want to warn you now.
Facts. And have some thick skin. But also keep it to the sport. Like, let's not take personal jabs. Keep it to the sport. It's all fun at the end of the day. We're all people, you know, just trying to talk sport, but enjoy the sport we watch as well.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be jokes.
Facts.
So that's what it is. Ain't none of us actually playing on the court with LeBron. Now, we can get Kyrie or one of them in the actual chat. I ain't mad, but I'm just saying for now.
We got to pick somebody else, bro. Kyrie might drop all that. Nah, we good, bro. I ain't trying to hear all that. We good. And I ain't trying to say what I want to say, but we good, bro. I love Kyrie, though. Kyrie a dog. Chat-wise, I don't know.
Call Kyrie Sharif. I already knew where you was going with it.
Chat wise, bro, I'm cool, bro.
You know what? You know who
if we get Ant though, I know Ant gonna talk that cash.
You know who would be perfect in the NBA chat?
Besides
we stumbled on a whole new topic here. Draymond would be good in the NBA chat.
Oh, my spot. Hey, bring me a spot in, so I got some backup. Cause golly, I need.
Let me see, Draymond and now I'm trying to. Now you know what? Jimmy might be different.
I don't know.
Jimmy might post pictures. I don't know.
I'm about to say Jimmy might be too petty.
Let's see. That's NBA. We could think of some more later on, but NFL chat.
Oh, give me Micah, bro. Micah would probably be hilarious, bro. Micah would probably be hilarious.
Give me Jameis Winston, bro.
Oh no, yeah, Jameis. Hey, protect Jameis at all costs, bro.
Hey, Jameis in the NFL chat would be go. Him or RG3?
No, give me Jameis. Not even close.
You sure?
Yes, not close.
Okay.
Bro, just imagine Jameis in the chat the night before a game talking about prepping for the game or prepping his speech, bro. Dog.
James would drop and now we got voice memos that go past a minute. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. James gonna be like, and we fought the glory of the battle. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, you know what? Hey Joe, if you listening somewhere, man, write this down. Because I might forget to write it down after this, man. We need to have one of those topics, or we just bring it up in each chat. Which NBA or NFL or soccer or NHL player do you think would fit this chat? Because Micah and James is not bad. The NBA one might go a little different. I think LeBron will be boring.
Nah, LeBron gonna flex on us the moment he feel bad. You know, all y'all together ain't even my net worth and all this other stuff. And
Darius Slay.
You know that's my guy. I'm cool with Slay.
I don't want to say it, but I think he'll be entertaining too. But I think Brandon Graham will also be entertaining in the NFL chat, bro.
Hey, bro, the Michigan State battles we would have, because I'm still slandering Michigan no matter who you put in there.
Man,
I told you he played with. Well, I know of, bro. Like he played with my cousin. Yeah, my cousin was a safety for Michigan when Brandon Graham was going there. Like, I know, bro. Like, we don't talk enough, but.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I told you, man, when we had our guest on here, I had to ask, bro, is he like that in practice? He was like, yes, bro. He's still the same person. I was like, all right, that
Bro, I think he's from Detroit.
he is.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Wait, is Jordan Lewis from Detroit too? I think Jordan Lewis from
I
Detroit
think he is too. I think Jordan went to. Let me look. I want to say he went to Cass or King, but
I think so. Cause then I know he went to Michigan. I was like, it makes so much sense because them two, they know how to get under somebody's skin.
they said Jordan Love be going like personal though. Not Jordan Love.
Jordan Lewis,
Jordan Lewis.
I could see it if you want to go back to if you
He
go
went to
back
Cass. Yeah, Jordan Lewis went to Cass.
all right, because I remember him and Dez went back and forth on one of them when Amazon was doing their, behind whatever their fake version of Hard Knocks. He made Dez mad and
I
strapping
used
though.
to
That's
like
the
that
crazy
thing,
part.
bro. What was it called? It was called All or Nothing, right?
All or Nothing, bro. That was lit. I don't
Yeah, I used to
know.
like All or Nothing.
I think Hard Knocks ran. That's why Hard Knocks are doing the end season stuff. They had to run down on them.
Hey, yeah, nah, for real. HBO like, nah, we need all that.
Because Amazon's was better. The year they had the Cowboys on there. Honestly, that's why I started my beef with Brandon Graham is because of All or Nothing.
You know, All or Nothing was good.
Like that's where the rivalry really started with me and with him. But we feel some air with some good conversation. Carl, drop your last words, man.
Last words. Beat Wisconsin. We got Wisconsin at the Breslin Sunday. Michigan wanted to be like Big Bruh and win by a buzzer beater yesterday against Rutgers. So we're still tied at first place. We have the tiebreaker because we won at the Chrysler Center. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Shout out Kirk Cousins. But yes, we have to beat Wisconsin Sunday. Please, Illinois, you've been getting spanked. Please beat Michigan. I need it. I'm trying to get that first place 1 seed in the Big Ten Conference tournament. It's been a while since I think MSU won the Big Ten regular season title. I won both. I won the regular season. I won the tournament. Again, shout out South Carolina. Finally got that first SEC win last Saturday against Texas. Speaking of Texas, Trey Johnson, absolute bucket for Texas freshman over there. Pistons down 5 at the half against the Nuggets, but we had the crib, close game. But yeah, that's all I got.
My last words, if you stuck around with us this whole time, we appreciate you for sticking around. We appreciate everyone that was in the comments. Shout out to Dave with the super chat. And my last words goes to the Terps, man. I mean, how y'all gonna do that? And Gary was sitting there, man. Gary celebrating his almost 80th something birthday, and y'all just gonna let him down like that, man.
Scott Van Pelt was in the building.
I mean, Scott there all the time,
That's true, but he was
screaming at people.
You seen what happened when y'all tied the game? They went right to Scott Van Pelt. Yeah. He was lit.
They showed the right person because if they would have showed you know what? I'm good. I'm not gonna start nothing. I'm not gonna start nothing. But I'm just saying, Commanders fans, Joe, I told y'all that curse is real. Y'all don't want to listen to me. Just saying, whenever he's in the building, something bad is going to happen. That's all I'm saying. And football season, I mean, the NFL is trying to be king, but I'm locked in on this NCAA and the WNBA and everything they got going on. Also, MLB. I seen the Nats just lost; they just got spanked. But it's a marathon.
It's spring training.
Plus, it's a marathon, so you just got to see things out.
Opening day not till March 27th, so anything you see right now is just practice, preseason.
You just gotta get your bragging rights just a little bit. We don't like a certain team because they used to brag about their preseason victories. That's all I'm saying.
And I ain't trying to become them, so I ain't about to do it.
Like they went 4-0. We going to the bowl. Like it's the preseason, bro. Relax, calm down.
Tomo, I forgot one more final word. Appreciate y'all for having me on the show. I gotta say it every time.
Oh, no problem, man. You already know, man. When it's an HOA episode, things may go a little left. We found a way to stay on the tracks just a little bit, but we leaned off the curve just a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. We glad y'all was here. We glad we can entertain y'all until the we got a comment. I was saying until the next time. Oh, okay, I'll answer that. Will Tank get stopped by the roach? Child, stop.
Tank knocking bro out.
Stop what you're doing, child. Tank is knocking that boy out. And then Roach is gonna go back down to 130 and finish whatever he said he wanted to finish. But that it's over.
Hey, DMV people don't kill us, bro. I know it's Baltimore versus DMV, but
I got the hat on. And I got it's cool.
I'm rolling with Tank, bro. Don't kill us.
What we just say about LeBron with the media? Look, I gotta be honest. Like, I understand, but I gotta be honest. Like, I seen this clip with Melo, and shout out to you. Shout out to you, Ty, for bringing this. I seen this clip with Melo saying the Wizards should go get KD and trade their picks. No.
Yeah, no.
Go get them, but I'm not trading no picks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he tripping.
Like, Melo, you wait till we almost about to get the first pick in the draft with good players, and you talking about some trade the picks away to go get KD?
Hey, you better have a prayer circle for that first pick. As a Pistons fan, trust me, I know.
I told you I was a little confident until Joe came out here telling me, some man, the Spurs may find a way, and I was like, well, they like the Spurs. They'll give it to them.
That's why I have a prayer circle, bro.
Man, look, man, I'm not gonna keep talking about it because we putting stuff in the universe, man. Wizards are getting that first round pick, man. We gonna make it happen. 10 games, season almost over. They got 10 wins. That's it. Now let me get out of here before Ty asks another wild question. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I can say it a million times until I'm blue in the face. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to all the shows on the network because R2L this is one main show, but we are network. Subscribe to all the shows. You're gonna get this high quality content from each host. And I'm banking my hat on it because I thought I was gonna say my wallet. No, I'm banking my hat on it because I trust everybody in here to make sure I can keep this hat. And we are out of here.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.